Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Mostly from Scratch. I am your host, Mr. Munchies, and I just want to say thanks for tuning in. Special thanks to my subscribers. Today's episode, I am going to be showing you how to make what is referred to as a Southern classic. It's Southern fried steak, or some people call it country fried steak or chicken fried steak. No matter what you call it, it's fried steak. So let's get into our ingredients. First of all, of course, you're going to need some steak. I've got some very thin cut sirloin. That's about 1/4 of an inch. Now if you get something thicker than that, you might want to hit it with a mallet a couple times. I'm not going to bother to pound that. It's thin enough. And in here, see if we can get a focus on this. I've got a cup of flour, a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of black pepper, half teaspoon of garlic powder, half teaspoon of onion powder, and just a dash of my brother's homemade hot pepper shake. And it's just a dash because this stuff will light you up. Here I've got, this is 4 eggs, 4 or 5, depending on how much steak you're making, that I've beat with about a teaspoon of cornstarch. And if you want to know why I use the cornstarch in there, ask me in the comments and I'll tell you. So what I'm going to do, and we have our pan. I've got about maybe a 1/2 inch of oil in there. Actually, it's lard. I've started cooking with lard. I've found out some things about lard that are much better than vegetable oil. That's heated. It's about 350 right now, so it's ready to go. I'm just going to whisk my dry ingredients together, get them all incorporated. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, we've got our dry stuff. We've got our eggs ready to go. Oil's hot. So this first one, I'm going to use one of the nicer cuts. Most people will go dry, wet, dry. I don't like to do that. That's why I add this cornstarch to the egg. And like I said, if you want to know why, ask me in the comments and I'll tell you. So I'm going to go wet and then dry. And this one I'm going to double dip. So I want to show you how nice and crunchy this coating will get when you double dip. All right, this one is ready to go in the pan. Always be careful when you're cooking with hot grease or oil. Don't want it to splatter on yourself. All right, so we're going to grab one of these other cuts here, and we're only going to single dip this one, and I want to show you the difference at the end. All right, so I'm going to get these in the pan, get them cook off all of them, and then when I'm all done, I'll come back and we will do our final tasting. And I've got chicken gravy to go on top of that. Now, if you want to know how to make the chicken gravy, I'm going to be posting another episode right after this one showing you how to make the chicken gravy. It's super simple. All right, so hang in there. I'll be right back. Okay, and there we have it. Our country chicken southern fried steak. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. See this one here? This is only a single coating. And this one was the double dip. There we go, get it in frame. See how much thicker the coating is on that compared to this one here? That's why you always want to double dip. Okay, so it's done. I am just going to put this single one back over here. So now, let's see how it tastes. Going to add some of our chicken gravy, our quick chicken gravy. It's nice and thick, nice and smooth. Just throw some of that on there. And let's check it out. Perfect. Look at that. The coating is crunchy. Our gravy is nice and thick. Seasoned the way I like it. You always season everything your own way. There's no lumps in it. The meat is tender. These, because they were so thin, I cooked them about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes on each side. A little bit thicker, you might want to go a little bit longer. But this is awesome. So, as always, give it a try. Let me know what you think. If you like it, say something about it in the comment section below. If you don't like it, say something about it in the comment section below. Just so I know you guys are trying out some of the stuff that I'm showing you. So I guess that'll do it for our southern fried, chicken fried, country fried steak episode. If you're watching this on Facebook, share it with everybody. If you're watching it on YouTube, do the same thing, share it with everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to see how I made the chicken gravy, if I can do this right, I'm going to put something right here on the end screen. All you got to do is click on it, take you right to that video. So that'll do it for another episode of Mostly From Scratch. I am your host, Mr. Munchies. So everybody plate up and chow down.